Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. Work continues on the chicken coop, so I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm actually going to cut all three that I need real quick. So I ended up picking up more insulation, and it's a different name now. I'm going to show you. This is called thermal fiber ultra bat, professional grade mineral wood. So it's actually a lot thicker than I thought. So what we're using it for, I thought it was the thinner stuff that I could use in the wall, but it's not. So I'm actually using this for the ceiling, and I'll show you that in a second. So change this around so you guys can see. Hopefully. Yeah. And I'll take you up here so you guys can see how this looks in a second. So, actually I'll take you guys up here real quick so you can see what we're doing. So we put, I think I gotta push that one in a little further. So we put the plywood up here already, and now we are, hopefully you guys can see this okay. So, got the insulation up in here, nice thick insulation. And actually I'll kick this up here so you guys can see that. Actually, that is pretty tight up against that one. Alright, so that corner can go in a little more. But so yeah, so we're insulating this ceiling as we go. It's not just, you can't just pop that up there. But that's what we're working on with that today. And unfortunately, I thought this was different insulation. I thought it was the 10 pieces. So I was going to cut it and use it for the wall, and I can't. It's not going to work for that. It's too thick. So I'm going to have to go back and get different insulation for that. And I'll get more insulation for the ceiling as well. So I'm glad I did get this because it's thicker for the ceiling. But so we got to cut a piece that's going to fit above the window yet too. But so that's what that is. And then Greg was working today. He got the door in. Now you're going to say it's on backwards. We wanted it, excuse me, we wanted it to open out that way. So what we're going to end up doing is he put this up temporarily. We're going to end up putting a latch on here so that I can lock it, so that at night nothing's going to be able to get in. But so that's what that is going to look like. And obviously I'll clean the door up as well. I mean, my mom will come out here and she'll be going nuts, so she'll want it cleaned. Oh yeah, so then Greg made, these are the roosting boxes that are gonna go into the for the hens to lay, and so those are gonna go obviously right into there. So he made those, and so those are all set to go. So we're working at it methodically, and we're getting it done, which is pretty cool. So it's just slow and steady. The weather dictates a lot, so we didn't work on it yesterday, so we're back today working on it. And so as soon as I'm done with this video, we're going to put up the next piece of plywood up on the ceiling, and get that up there. And then I got to throw those other couple pieces of insulation in as well. But I wanted to show you a couple more things. So this morning before Greg got here, I came out and I was farting around out here a little bit. And I was working up in this area. So once I get this whole upper part done, so I basically got to clean up this the branches off of this tree here yet. And so once I get that part done, the rest of this is going to go really, really easy. It's just a matter of zipping everything up. And as you can see, that's what we've been working on to this morning. Excuse me. So I mean, obviously I got to get up in there and clean that up a little bit yet as well. But a lot of that can be used for, you know, fire starting stuff, so that's what it will be used for. It'll go into that pile. But I came yesterday and I did some yesterday as well. And so I was working over in this area yesterday, cleaning this up. So we got pile here is bigger, obviously that pile's bigger, and the pile over there is bigger. So we're getting there. I mean, it's actually, once I get, like I said, once I get those limbs cleaned up off of there, this will actually go really, really fast after that, because then it's just a matter of zipping everything up. And so somebody had mentioned, be careful of the ground, it'll dull the blade. This is all, guys, this whole ground area through here is all the wood chips that we put in here last fall to bring the level of this whole area up. So, you know, I'm not worried as far as if it touches down below. It's just going to hit wood chips. It's not hitting actual ground. So that part will be good. So that's, like I said, and so that part of it is getting there as well. So I was going to take you over here. And so 3.5 years ago, basically, was when we started working on the building. I think it was October, November was when we had bought the building after we had, June it'll be 4 years that we've been here. And so we bought the building and it came in October. So between October and November is when we did the build. And we had, hey buddy, and we had scrap left over. And we had scrap left over, so that was all over here under a tarp. And it had sat here for 3.5 years. And the other day, the tarp is destroyed. And you can actually see a piece of it right there still. But I cleaned all that up to put that on a burning pile and got rid of it. It was all waterlogged, and I can't believe it had burned, but it did. So that area is cleaned up now. So actually we can actually make our turnaround bigger. So there was a pallet up on top of here. Hey, Luce. Hey, baby boy. There was a pallet on here that was destroyed, so I got rid of that. So the 2 pallets that were over there, I put here, and wood will go back on here. But we got a couple pallets here. I went to try to pull those up, and they were still frozen to the ground. So like that one's going to get burned because that's obviously destroyed. That one's going to get burnt. This one here is going to get burnt, and we'll replace them with these other pallets. So and probably I'll get rid of that one back there too. But we'll replace these pallets before we start restacking wood this year. So what I have left here April 2nd is about 1.5 rows of wood left, and that's okay. That'll be more than enough. I mean, like this week the forecast is going to be like today's going to be 51, so we don't even have the fire going right now. And so, you know, we're just going to work on what we can work on as far as that part of it goes. And you know, we'll have more than enough wood to get us through the, you know, the rest of this season. And you know, like I said, we're got a good start, you know, with getting this, because this was dropped in the fall. The smaller stuff will be good to go by the fall area. So we'll get that all cut up. Then everything will get split and it'll get stacked, and that'll be that. So I wanted to show you guys another progress update video, because, you know, we've been working on stuff. We do a little bit, like I said, I have to, unfortunately, like I told Greg, I said he could probably come out here and do that whole area that I have done in a day. He could have done all the wood in a day, but I can't go like that, unfortunately. So I do what I can. I pace myself because I don't want to hurt myself, and so that way I can keep going. Excuse me. But progress is coming on the chicken coop. Wood pile is getting there. You can see it's definitely down a lot more from what it was, and I'm going to work on that, I think, some more this afternoon as well. I don't know how long Greg's going to stay here. I might not get to the more wood today, but if I don't get to more wood today, I'll definitely get to it tomorrow. And like I said, I'm just going to keep trying to make progress as much as I can and get it squared away. And we're just going to keep working at stuff, and that's what it's all about, realistically. So actually, now too, I was going to tell you guys, so there's Molly, we got Buddy, and then Lucy out here right now. And Abel was sitting on top of the thing, and I walked up to him and I was petting him, and I looked, and above one of his eyes right here, he had a tick. So I have my tick key, and I've showed you guys that before. Actually, I'll show you again. Good thing to have. It's a tick key, so you put that in there and then you pull it out, and it pulls the head out and everything, and gets the whole tick out of the out of the human or animal. And so that's what we use for that, and I got that tick out of him and killed it. So yeah, so it's that time of year we got to start watching. We don't get a lot of ticks up here, so I was really surprised. I mean, I think in all the time we've been up here, Heather had a tick on her once. I think that Bella's had a couple of ticks, and I think Buddy had a tick one time, or Sox did, one of them did. But so we're just gonna have to keep an eye on the cats and see who's, make sure they're good to go. But it's part of being in the country, I guess. But we don't, like I said, we don't get a whole lot of ticks up here, so we're really lucky in that aspect. But like I said, this is a perfect time of year to do stuff, guys. The bugs are not out yet, and that's a huge thing. I mean, if you go back and you look at some of my other spring videos, when the bugs are out here, it's insane. So it's tough to get anything done because of the bugs. But I want to get this all cleaned up. Hopefully this will be finished this week. That's my goal. So we'll see what I can accomplish with that. And I'm just going to keep working at it. And it'll get done. But then it's all the splitting and everything else after that. So that's a whole different game. But anyway, so that's what's happening here at the homestead. I want to do an update video for you guys and just kind of show you what progress we're making. So we're making progress on the chicken coop. The door's on there now, and there's still some touch-up stuff with the door that's got to be done, and we're working on the ceiling. I'm going to have to go get more insulation, unfortunately, but that's all part of it too. So that's where we're at, and I guess that will be it for now, and I will talk to you guys all later. Remember, guys, we are all in this together, so work at things methodically, and things get done. And also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so to make sure you tell the ones that you care about every day how you feel. And remember, guys, STD, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.